that have legalized marijuana for medicinal uses, but not for recreational uses, and the impact that that's still having on the social justice system. So that's kind of why I'm sharing that with you guys. Anyways, any motherfucking ways, you better lay low. That's how I feel. That is literally that. Just close your eyes and picture Aunt Whitney, God rest her soul. Aunt Whitney giving you the shaky, the shaky buns. You better lay low shake, okay? Anyways, okay, so Sunday was an interesting day. The Super Bowl happened. Shout out to everybody in motherfucking Philly. Stand up, nigga. And go off, y'all. So they won the Super Bowl. And against the New England Patriots, which, quite frankly, whatever. Tom Brady is not one of my favorite people. Neither is his wife. So, anyways, I really just thought that, and we are not talking about the halftime. We're just not. We're not going to talk about it, okay? And we ain't talking about Pink's rendition of the Star Spangled Banner either. Listen, okay? I don't know what else could be said about either two. Okay, and I don't even give a fuck either way. So let's just skim past the fact that Super Bowl happened. Because, let's be honest. Do we love the sports ball? Do we love the sports ball? Now, listen, don't look at me because I am a football fanatic. Professional football, not college football, not arena football, but NFL football, niggas for life football, okay? I know that is nothing but a company based on the unfortunate use of black men and, us not being owners. I believe that our uncle, Sean Diddy Combs, is still working on that. In a recent interview, he said that is still in the works for him, and he does already have investors to cover the, I believe, $800 million price tag. So that's not a dead story. Y'all, has anybody checked on Brother Meek? Because I saw that he released an iOS statement this week or something from the sick and shut-in category. And he gave a testimony about being happy. Listen, when we talked about Brother Meek being locked up months ago, I really thought he would have been out by now, y'all. Like, this whole situation, I thought he would have been out by now. I really just can't believe. And yo, dig this. More kerfuffle with Judge Denise Brinkley. All right, so I told y'all about court clerk Wanda getting fired last week. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, after Wanda got fired, right, Judge Denise Brinkley decided that not only did she want to exonerate herself in terms of all of the allegations that had come up against her for wanting for a mistrial because of inappropriate behavior on her part. If you are not familiar with the story, I implore you to go back to one of the later episodes, it might be episode 10 or so, that we talked about Brother Meek getting locked up, and Janice Brinkley, who is the judge presiding and has been the judge presiding over the Meek Mill case even prior to his current lockup, how it was being alleged some things about her. Anyways, she has since lawyered up. Not only lawyered up against Meek and his lawyer, but also is lawyering up against all of the allegations, including Miss Wanda, okay? Now, she is not looking to sue as of yet for defamation. However, since it has come out that Sister Brinkley was not in cahoots trying to get Meek on bended knee, that's the title of the show if you're looking for it, wasn't trying to get him on bended knee, but was in fact, she heard the allegations. She was just letting niggas talk shit, and she wasn't going to come defend herself or otherwise against it because she didn't feel like that was her place. So she's also, okay, let's take it back. She is also alleging that there was inappropriate behavior that she could have taken further action on between Meek and his lawyer, Apparently, they had a couple of, this was reported in the Philadelphia Inquirer, that Meek and his lawyer had several actually notable allies call in to Judge Brinkley and email Judge Brinkley, basically harassing Judge Brinkley, telling her that she needs to come up with a different plan for what's going to happen to Brother Meek, because him being locked up was not going to work. Now, this also includes the like of ex-governor of Pennsylvania, Ed Rendell. Now, that's inappropriateness on several levels, because technically speaking, there's a proper way that if you are going to have someone kind of vouch for you in a particular court case, there's a way to do it, and having people harass the judge on the case is not the way to do it. Now, listen, I already think that Meek needs to get a different lawyer, honestly, and anybody who's close to him really needs to advise him on that. I'd rather him get with the Cochran firm, for all I'm concerned, because this slick back hair pimp called Slickback that he working with, that Google, do me a favor, do yourself a favor, Google Meek Mill's attorney. His last name is something like Panchetta or something like that. Google him. I don't want to say anything about the way he looks. Google him and look and see if he doesn't look like someone who should be representing you in a mafia case. Meek is not, sometimes I just don't know. Listen, shout out to all of y'all who have really good people around you, who have people who really genuinely care about you, to the point that they will tell you if you are wrong, they will tell you if you are fucking up, and they will do it in a way that is respectful to the relationship, but also sacrificial, because they know that if they tell you something that is against the idea of what you think is right, it may cost the friendship, but that is the price that you pay. That is the sacrifice of true love. There has to be no conditions. And I don't understand how he doesn't have someone around him who's saying, your judge, your lawyer's really not, is he on his grizzle? I mean, to me, you need to have a lawyer for your lawyer. You know what I mean? If you're at the level that Meek Mill is at, you need to have someone overseeing your accountant. You need to have someone bigger and badder and bolder overseeing your lawyer, your manager, because you can't be everywhere at once, especially when you locked up, when you caged up. You have to have people around you who are not backbiting, who are not looking to capitalize on your fame, but people who actually care about you. Real love is conditionless. So even though there is no benefit to you being caged up right now, they are, in fact, more concerned about your freedom than they are the price to pay. Because this man shouldn't be his lawyer. Anyways. Oh, Lord Jesus, child. I mean, I just think that you know why I am particularly passionate about Meek's situation? I think not only because, I think he is trying, but I don't understand what caging him up is. I don't understand that as a fix, He didn't murder someone. So I don't understand the rehabilitation in this process, Anyways, so Dwayne Wade got sent back to Miami? Como se, huh? Okay, so we talked about if y'all like the sports ball or whatever. Now, one of the reasons why I'm concerned with Dwayne Wade is because of Gabrielle Union. Okay? Hello, is she not a friend? Listen, let me just give a testimony about my relationship with Gabrielle Union. I was about to call her Gabby Union because we're friends like that in my head. Okay. I used to hate her. Through the Bring It On years, through the Love and Basketball years, particularly in Love and Basketball, because I thought she was a bitch. I didn't care for her. She had a stank on her. And then at some point in time, she had a very public, I don't know if you would say self-evolution, where she was in different platforms kind of talking about being the mean girl and, tearing down other women, and realizing how she felt about herself was a distinct reason for why she was kind of radiating this nastiness, you know what I mean? And why she was so visceral towards people, And I think it was around the time that I feel like I felt the same way, Listen, I'm all for good fun and jest, sometimes at someone's expense. You laugh, you judge, you read, you shade. But I think that I'm not into, at my age, at 38 years old, with chasing true purpose in life. I don't have time, nor do I find pleasure in tearing down another human being for my own personal, shits and giggles. You know what I mean? Life is too short for that. And I think that kind of thing, that life is but a mirror. So you give that shit out and it's coming back to you. So I just thought that it was always great to see her evolution and the woman she's become. And I just love her now. And I think that him going back to Miami, which is the point of the conversation, is interesting to say the least. Isn't it almost time for him to retire anyway? I mean, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. I don't know what the sports balls do, but I just thought that maybe his time was. All right, y'all, don't look at me like that, because I was about to say his time's up, but now that has another meaning. So anyways, so what y'all think about Kylie and her new baby Stormy Webster? Stormy Webster. I mean, doesn't that sound like a name destined for Broadway? I don't know. Anyway, or like a kid that's going to be like a TV Disney star. I'm Stormy Webster. That's my Disney voice. You want to hear it again? All right, let me do it. Hi, I'm Stormy Webster. Anyways, all right. So yeah, she did name her child Stormy Webster, and she did manage this week to get the most likes in Instagram history with over 13 million likes and counting, of a picture that she posted of young Stormy's little fingers and her well-manicured hand and young Stormy's little thigh piece. And, listen, we have speculated for 9 months, whether or not this child was pregnant. And yeah, she's still a child to me. I mean, money and actual chronological age doesn't mean anything to me. She's a youth, you know what I mean? And she's lived a vastly different life than the rest of us because of all the money and the fame and the blah, blah, blah. But, I think that we saw a glimpse of her saying that she wanted to just have a regular life in a lot of ways. So, I applaud her for making that adult decision to seemingly appear as though she were stepping out of the limelight, all whilst. I mean, listen, let's just say this. Let's not act like all of this, there's no calculation in all of this, right? Let's not act like 2 and 2 is 22 in this situation, all right? This, and the way that it was orchestrated to always keep Kylie's name in your mouth whilst never seeing her, that's a marketing motherfucking machine, okay? That's some shit right there, okay? Okay. Just like we talked about the craziness and the scamming of it all. We got scammed by the whole Kylie Jenner pregnancy, ba-da-da-da-da. We got sucked right into, is it happening? Is it not happening? Can we see her? Can we not see her? When we gonna see her? Is she pregnant? We don't know if she's pregnant. Ba-da-da-da-da. The whole season is literally being built around the fact that you never see Kylie. You only have seen her face once or twice, but you've never seen her. Truly, if she